You know, sometimes in life you're just faced with no-win situations where no matter what you do, you're screwed. Like if you live on the west side, you have to choose between going to high school at Elder or Oak Hills. Either way, you lose. Or when Ohio State plays Xavier in the NCAA tournament. How can you decide when you spend all season rooting for both of them to lose? I was faced with a no-win situation of my own this week in my dreaded matchup with Mallory. There's no right answer here. Either I win and I beat my girlfriend and I'm a jerk, or I lose and I take a hit in the standings. So what do I do when faced with a no-win situation? Oh yeah, I win. Sorry, Mal. Fortunately, my team took quite a hit in the effort to beat my girlfriend. My already pitiful running back core took a serious blow as Seattle running back Chris Carson fractured his leg, Washington running back Rob Kelly re-injured his ribs, Chicago running back Jordan Howard re-injured his shoulders, and Browns running back Isaiah Crowell re-injured his... Oh, wait, nope. No, not injured, just terrible. Still trying to get rid of him if anyone wants him. Speaking of injuries, the Magic Men roster was equally decimated this week as Dalvin Cook, Julio Jones, and Derek Carr all left their games hurt. The sellouts added insult to injury by handing Chad his second straight loss. Needless to say, Chad is currently sitting in the pit of misery. Dilly dilly.
Pit of misery, dilly dilly.
Team Auto Draft returned to form this week with a dismal 46 points. Corey utilized the risky strategy of starting David Johnson and Michael Crabtree, who were both declared out with injuries. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. However, with Lawhorn's win over the Playful Flurries, Team Auto Draft is still not in last place. It's great to see that Jacob accepted his new nickname here, and he is guaranteed to stay in last place for at least another 2 weeks. And finally, the Bugs handed Team All Lubied Up their second straight loss. Clearly the Bugs heard me talking shit last week, as the Seattle defense proved worthy of their early draft status, and Travis Kelce was much, much better than nothing. Casey, you're welcome for motivating your team. And for providing that motivation, I've won this week's Joel Osteen Award presented by Lakewood Church. Lakewood Church and Minister Joel Osteen are known for their deeply motivating sermons. For example, this inspiring tweet: "A true friend walks in when everybody else walks out. A true friend doesn't rub it in when you make a mistake, they rub it out." For receiving this week's Joel Osteen Award, I've earned a coupon good for one free answered prayer from Lakewood Church, up to a $100,000 value. And in other news, our statisticians confirm Casey has used the entire trial-size bottle of lotion he won last week and is now accepting donations. And now for our Coach's Spotlight. This week's Coach's Spotlight is Anthony Butz, also known as Tony Butz, Anthony G., Joe, Buckeye Joe, and Dad, the coach of the sellouts. Anthony is an alumni of the University of Cincinnati, where he studied financial advising, selling insurance, and other ways to con people out of money. His accomplishments include winning a ham at a BMX race one time, giving life to a fantasy football prodigy, buying a house with an indoor pool, and whatever he did to earn this giant gavel. Tony also holds the league record for most playoff losses, and it appears Dad is getting desperate this year, as we reported earlier this season. For more on that story, we go to our reporter in the field, Kathy Butz.
Okay guys, I'm not sure what's going on around here, but a couple weeks ago I had to put some things down into the basement, and while I was down there, I found this box. Evidently Dad snuck it down there, and in it is his UC clock, his prized possession, Brian Kelly signed UC football, other footballs, his number one UC fan, another clock. I didn't think much of it at the time, and then I saw Brian's video a few weeks ago about how Dad decided to sell out to the Ohio State football. Couldn't believe it. So I decided to do a little bit more snooping, and you'll never believe what I found in his dresser drawer. Yep, boys, that right there is an Ohio State t-shirt. Not only is it an Ohio State t-shirt, but it also has the state of Ohio in it. So he must be one proud Buckeye. Honestly, I think it's time for both of you to get home and have an intervention with your father.
Wow, that is tragic news. And now for a reaction on this story, we go to my little brother, Butz.
You know, used to look up to my dad, hometown guy, loved the Bengals, loved the Bearcats, really was just typical father, You always looked up to him. But now that he's converted, I live with this shit. I see it all the time. 2 roommates, they love the Steelers. It would be really easy for me to become a Steeler fan. They're good. The Bengals suck. But you know what I do to this? I throw it down because I am a true Cincinnati fan.
Wow, that is tough to watch. Oh well, time for this week's mailbox. First up, I have an email I received. Dear Office of Procurement, I wanted to let you know that procurement has gone above and beyond even their usual excellent support at the end of this fiscal year. Each year, our goal is to spend as much of JSC's funding as possible. Because of your hard work and support, we have had an outstanding end of year and were able to complete the fiscal year by spending 99.6% of JSC's allotted funding. Thank you to all procurement employees for your hard work, patience, and dedication to ensuring a great fiscal year and end-of-year process. Sincerely, Deborah Johnson, Director. I swear, the government is the only place where you can work, where you can get an email thanking you for spending all of their money. Makes no sense to me. Next up, Dear Brian, our reports show that you have entered 14 contests this year and have yet to enter any that cost money. We think you are missing out on the whole point of gambling on fantasy football. Sincerely, DraftKings. DraftKings, I would be worried if I were you, since I've earned a whole $4 this year on free games. Really, it's your fault for making such easy money available to me. Well, I think we only have enough time for about one more Eagles cheer. Fly, Eagles, fly. Caw-caw! See you next week.